Maybe. Yep.
No, we're not.
Yep. We're back.
Differs, can you hear us?
Everybody go look. Go. Give them a sec. They'll go come find us.
I'm sorry, folks.
Differs, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Audio's good. All right. Frank, you spilled your vodka into the keyboard again.
God damn it.
Keep your vodka off the tower.
I apologize, folks. I don't know what in the hell to do now.
Yeah, I think that was I think that that wasn't our mic. I think that was a YouTube thing.
Well, I lost the mic symbol down at the bottom too. So that tells me that for some reason, all of a sudden, this mic doesn't like us.
I think it's Frank.
It's Frank.
Yeah. Well, we made it 34 minutes.
Yeah. And then Frank spilled his vodka, his screwdriver on the computer
Frank
tower.
stroked out. Yeah.
Where were we?
Warrant.
Somehow
warrant.
too pissed, got pissed about talking about warrants. Yeah. Yeah, that does happen.
Crash, my nurse came in with a new med dose. It's good meds.
Oh,
Rickover's grape fetish.
Yes.
That is a fetish. When you if you have to,
that was what I was going to say. Rickover was a rear admiral and wrote a message to the CNO requiring the nuclear submarine force to do something. And the CNO said no. So Rickover took off his rear admiral hat, put on his AEC hat, and wrote a memo to himself as a rear admiral requiring himself to do what he told the CNO he was going to do from the AEC, which outranked the CNO. So yes, he was that big an asshole.
if you have to have somebody specially picked to go through your grapes, you need to have a come to Jesus meeting with God.
Hey, Julie.
Hey, Julie. Chaplains and JAGs should be warrants. Not yes, you're correct. Chaplains should be warrant officers. I understand why they're officers. Seminary is a college degree after all, but they still should be warrants.
Yeah. David, you had to have experienced Rickover. Submarine officers and enlisteds who encountered him will be telling those stories and never having to buy a drink for the rest of their lives because he was that squirrely. Granted, he was damn good at what he did, and we've never had a major meltdown, but he was a special individual.
He was a dick.
Yeah.
He was a dick. My dad worked for him.
Yeah.
John has said he was a dick. Her dad worked for him.
Yeah.
Does that really describe anybody who's ever been crucial to anything in the military? That they were really that crucial, they were all dicks.
Eisenhower
Pat, for
wasn't a
example.
dick. Eisenhower wasn't a dick.
Yeah.
Bradley wasn't a dick. Omar Bradley was apparently a good guy.
But both of them were actually more politicians than generals.
They were great generals.
Yeah, Rickover was definitely further along the spectrum than most. Yeah, it sank too, but you didn't break any. That's right. One lady who was a rear admiral that was positive was Grace Hopper.
Yeah.
She knew more about computers than most of the men in the world, and literally had worked on the original UNIVAC. Yeah, it's certain to say Saleo. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. I'm still a dick.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Somebody
no question.
go through and screen his grapes. Really?
Yeah. Amazing Grace with her nanosecond piece of cable. Yeah. I actually saw her do that at Johns Hopkins in a briefing, except it was a piece of string. And at the end of the brief, she was talking about UNIVAC the early days, literally getting a bug, a moth out of the UNIVAC, and they pinned it to the bulletin board. And that was where the term bug came from, was literally that bug. And she was giving a speech about the advances and why she created the program language ADA, which was hers literally, was to standardize for the Navy. Yes, you're right, RK. And she went on to give this explanation of why she'd done it, what some of the advantages and disadvantages were. And at the end, she reached in her pocket of this very nice blouse suit that she had on, pulled out a piece of string, and we were sitting off to the side so we could kind of see what she was doing. And she said, I'll just end with this. And she said, how long is a nanosecond? And you start seeing all these PhDs in the room start calculating. You can see the smoke start rising. And she gets this grin on her face and takes this piece of string, goes, about this long. Turned around, walked off stage. We busted out laughing. The rest of the crowd, not so much. There were a couple of chuckles. But that was her in a nutshell. She was a great lady. She had a lot of fun doing what she was doing, and she took care of her people. But she was never the asshole that Rickover was.
Okay. Oh,
Yes, she did, Ag. If he and Patton had switched places, it would have been screwed in Europe. Yeah. Because Patton's ego got in the way more than once.
Yeah.
With Montgomery down in Sicily, good
Montgomery
example.
was a dick too.
They were both were, and it was who was the bigger dick. And Patton went charging across Sicily and went
Cause-
through Catania.
Because he didn't want Montgomery to get all the glory.
Yeah. And they had a battle right outside of Catania, which, as a matter of fact, was on the road we used to take from NAS 1 to NAS 2. And we would drive by where the battle took place. And there was still a destroyed house there from World War II. There was still the fortifications there that the Italians built, still with bullet holes and shell holes in it. You know, if they ever fixed any of that shit, we never would have found our way through those back roads.
Oh,
He may have been the greatest tank commander. I'm not going to get into it. Yeah, you're right, Ag. It did come into play with a series of supercomputers because the wire length did matter. I think Monty knew exactly what he was and what he was doing.
savage rabbits.
Yeah.
Well, they were both massive egos, which
Yeah.
is not always what you want. Eisenhower, everybody mentions he was a great cat herder, made him a great commander. Commander's job, as far as I can tell, is to clear the political problems so his people can do their jobs, which Eisenhower was very good at, made him
Yeah.
a great commander. Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I actually had something to talk about. I can't remember what the hell it was.
Yeah. Patton was tactical. Tactics he knew. Strategic, no.
Yeah. Tactics and strategy are two different things. And a lot of folks coming out of West Point
Yeah.
don't understand that.
A lot of folks coming out of any academy don't understand that.
A lot of folks have been studying both for years, don't understand
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. And that includes me.
We have no snow. We had snow. We have no snow left.
We had an inch and a half, maybe.
We did?
Yeah.
We had that much?
Yeah.
Holy gods. Sure didn't stick around.
No.
Welcome to Texas. Hair today, goon tomorrow. Let's see. Monkeys.
Logistics, yeah. Logistics is really the key point.
Logistics is what wins wars.
Yeah. Norwich folks have a pretty good grasp on tank operation. You think, RK?
Well,
Since Norwich was and probably still is the home of the armor officer.
Norwich?
Yeah.
I thought it was whatever the hell Fort Campbell's called these days.
No, for the officers graduating from school. Norwich was the 4-year college.
Oh,
It was Norwich, VMI, and Citadel
Fort Knox, Campbell Knox.
Yeah. that graduated most of the different series of officers.
Knox for armor, Campbell was air mobile.
Yeah.
That explains that.
Yeah. VMI graduated infantry and Citadel graduated aviation.
Or another way to look at it, Knox was heavy cavalry.
Yeah.
Campbell was light cavalry.
Light cavalry.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Used to
moved
be-
it to Benning? What the hell? Benning is home of the infantry. My beloved cavalry does not belong with the infantry.
That's true. The infantry shouldn't have to associate with the lower classes.
Damn, differs. Y'all got 8 inches out there. Woof. That was going to close highways.
Moved it to Benning? What the hell? Armor at Benning. Talk about a target-rich environment. They do realize the Army refers to infantry as crunchies, right?
Yeah.
And
I-
bitches about cleaning them out of the tracks.
Well, that won't have to be a problem at Fort Benning. They'll get stuck in the swamps and the sand.
Point.
No, they moved the Armor Museum with it. Damn.
Wow. What the hell's at Knox now?
Couldn't be much.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Dan. Y'all got 12 inches. Woof.
Yeah, North Texas, we had the standard, look, it's snow. And you wake up next morning, it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do.
Supposedly our gold is there, Greg. Supposedly.
Yeah, we're about to find out because y'all know that Texas built its own bullion repository, right?
Yeah.
Texas built its own state bullion repository. It's been requiring that the feds cough up Texas's share of national bullion, and
And
we
they still haven't done it.
still haven't done it.
Well, you can't cough up what you ain't got.
I think they're really worried that if they hand Greg Abbott a briefcase full of IOUs, he'll flip his shit.
Yeah. So Goldfinger finally succeeded, probably.
Yeah, I think that Texas, because back in the day when we went off the gold standard, Texas and a whole bunch of other states had to surrender their bullion to the federal government in being told that it would be safe.
For
Yeah,
versions of safe.
yeah.
That's interesting. Sir Brass says Pop's graduating class was the last VMI class that got the option of Europe or Southeast Asia, and he went to Europe. Smart man.
I remember when I went in 1985, you had the choice. You could, allegedly, you could request a duty station
Yeah.
or you could request a AIT.
That's why they were called dream
MOS.
sheets.
You had a choice between MOS
Yeah.
or it's a coordinate. You had a choice between MOS or a duty station, allegedly.
That's why they were called dream sheets, because it was a dream that you were going to get anywhere near what you thought you were going to get.
The great, huge fine print at the bottom said dependent on requirements of the Army.
Yeah.
And the requirements of the Army were never you got what you wanted.
Well, it was if what you wanted was, to be a cook or
A crunchy.
Yeah.
tanker. Some sort of treadhead, is easy to become.
Ooh,
Needs of the service.
that
Yes.
sucks, Kermit. Crucis lost an officer, stabbed by an urban outdoorsman who was room temperatured by a bystander.
Good Lord.
Well, at least you're not going to have to pay any fucking state prison time for that son of a bitch.
Well, there's that.
Yes,
I
sir,
asked for
Brass.
Germany and Italy. I got Wyoming.
He was nuclear ordnance. Yeah, he was a speed bump.
I requested anywhere not continental United States. I went to Fort Hood.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick, you got lucky.
I knew somebody else. Tom Rogden probably knew him too. Alex Pascal. Pascal? I think it was Pascal. Asked for not CONUS and wound up in Fort Huachuca, Arizona, and was told Arizona wasn't the U.S.
Well, there's arguments in favor of that.
I had orders to Florida, which got changed the week before we graduated because the detailer got pissed at another kid in the class who was from Hawaii, who had requested Hawaii. So I got sent to Hawaii and he got sent to Florida. And I put in dream sheets every time after that and never got my choice. Matter of fact, usually I didn't even get a choice. I got told where I was going to go.
I always thought what you were supposed to do is if you wanted, let's say you wanted Florida,
Yeah.
then you should request Alaska.
You're probably not far wrong.
Yeah.
Probably not far wrong.
If you request Alaska, they'll send you to Alaska.
Yeah.
Yes. Army has mind readers.
Yeah.
Where does he not want to go? Okay.
Citizen penalty can be different. Yes. And that's a good thing.
I wanted out of the States. In 1985, I wanted out of the States. I wanted to go back where I knew how things worked.
Yeah.
I said, I don't care. I told her I didn't care. Send me overseas.
Dan says if you
Fort
request
fucking
Florida, you get Armenia.
Fort fucking Hood.
Yeah, well, you were a special case there, Dan. Bless your heart.
Well,
Hardly anyone got the fairy godmother detailer, see Glory Road. Yes.
of course, I keep thinking, now I know why I got out when I got out.
Yeah.
Because that's when you went in.
Hey, wasn't that well? Yes, it was actually that bad. Never mind. Disregard.
I had worked a deal to get orders to TPS at Pax River, and the Commodore showed up on deployment. Said, "Oh, by the way, you're coming to the wing as soon as you get off deployment." Sir, you're coming to the wing as soon as you get off deployment. Fuck. I went to the wing. Yeah, well, so much for TPS,
What is TPS?
test pilot school.
I thought, toilet paper something.
Yeah, because I was going to relieve the single NFO, P3 NFO at TPS, who was also a Mustang, who was a friend of mine. But no. So then I short toured at the wing and went to Wings Pack and retired out of Wings Pack after being involuntarily extended a year.
I had somebody at Fort Hood said, "Hey, what language did you speak?" And that got stupid from there.
Yeah. Republic of Korea to Fort Huachuca got orders. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those intermediate orders sometimes get a little strange. Yeah. Yeah, RK. Sometimes things happen with officers where they get back-to-back orders that
Not
are
just officers.
but that are non-standard. So then there's a payback set of orders somewhere down the line.
Oh, payback orders.
Yeah. That usually are not the payback that you wanted.
Oh, they're payback. They're payback for something you did to somebody.
You upset somebody down the chain, down the food chain, and you will pay for it.
Dan says, I asked for a unit in Alaska and the Air Force sent me to Wisconsin. It's cold there too, I was told. Yeah.
Ugh. So let's see.
Back in the day, DLI was at Monterey,
Fort Ord.
Fort Ord. Yeah.
Fred Langley's Institute was when I was at Fort Ord.
Good golf course, but damn, they shave the greens up there.
That could be taken so many different ways.
Well, I have to remember because we played that course a couple of times. Bayonet. Hitting a putt from below the hole, it lipped the hole and rolled 8 feet past where I had putted from. That's how slick that damn green was.
And in the same amount of time, you could have been hitting little round discs at 300 yards with a rifle.
Yeah.
Well, if you're
but
going
it
to
was California, so
I'm lazy. If I'm going to play pasture pool, I'm going to do it around a table in the 19th hole.
yeah.
That's the way
Well,
to
we
play
did
golf.
that on occasion too. Yeah, Padre, we were there and we did that in 90, basically 88 to 92. Oh, DLI was the Presidio of Monterey. Yeah, well, some miles away from Fort Ord. Well, yeah, technically.
No, there were some languages that were in the 80s that were taught at Fort Ord.
Yeah.
Arabic being one of them. If you wanted Arabic, you went to Fort Ord. Unless you already spoke it,
Yeah.
then you didn't go to Fort Ord. Probably not a bad thing.
Where did you go?
Not Fort Ord.
Yeah. Postgraduate school is also at Monterey or Carmel.
Okay, so what else? There was actually something I wanted to talk about. I can't remember what the hell it was. That's gonna annoy me.
Well, we're about out of time. So anything you would like to say, Courtney?
I'm good.
You're good. Okay.
Ian, don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll remember what you wanted to say in about 10 minutes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We'll click the off buttons. Oh yeah. That was the rant I had tuned up.
And we will try something on Thursday with, I don't know what we're going to do. We'll try something to figure out what the hell's going on with these mics. Anyway.
I still think it's a combination. I still think it's a lot of it's on YouTube's end of the.
Yeah. Besides English, yeah. Space Marines 3 is coming out. Yes, Ian did do his hand egg.
I did the hand egg thing.
Yeah,
Um,
it was well received.
people seem to like it, and I've got like 6 years of those. I've been doing this
Yeah.
since like 2017.
Yeah.
We need to find a different shtick.
Elder mustache is a meme now. Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'll see y'all Thursday. If I remember, I'll see if I can tune it up for Thursday. Oh, look, 39 people watching. Only 19 have liked it.
Yeah. Oh, well, one of these days we'll get more like.
Need more boo boo lip.
Yeah.
More
Well,
boo boo
folks,
lip.
we do appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff.
Be safe, guys.
We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.